Hello students, welcome. This is Apeksha teacher. We are meeting for the first time in 10th standard. Welcome to 10th standard, and now we are going to start with our course. Uh, we will first start with our first lesson. The first lesson, as you see on your screen, is A Letter to God. A Letter to God is written by G.L. Fluntus, right? And today I'm going to do a short summary on this lesson. Now, this lesson is about a poor farmer, and that farmer lives in the rural area. And if you see the description that is given on page 3, along with this summary, I have given you a PDF format of your lesson. So please make sure that you read the lesson, and this will help you answer the questions at the end of the lesson. Now turn to page number 3 and let us see what is written. The house, the only one in the entire valley, set on the crest of a low hill. You can see in the picture hill, and on the crest of the low hill and there are some houses, and from the height one would see the river which was flowing next to it, and near the river he had his field which was ripe corn dotted with flowers. You see the golden flowers that have crept up on the corn, and it always promised a good harvest. See, the story begins with a farmer named Lenko expecting rain and shower to nourish his field of corn. So he's worked hard all year, and he is sure that now the rain will come, and because he's worked hard, his fields are ready. The only thing he needs is rain, and when the rain falls, it is going to give him good profit for this year. And then he surveys his field, and he is confident that his harvest is going to give him huge profits, just like it does every year. And a little far in the southwest direction, he sees the clouds forming, and the atmosphere very appropriate for the rain to come. And to his astonishment, as he has predicted, and as he is talking to his sons, the rain starts to fall, right? And he is very excited that rainfall did not happen but sooner, and little by little his excitement now turns towards sadness. Now you will be thinking, why he becomes sad? Because suddenly a strong wind begins to blow, and along with the heavy rain, very large hailstones began to fall. Now these truly did resemble like silver coins, right? Because તમને ખબર છે what do you mean by hailstorm? ગુજરાતીમાં એને કરા કહેવાય. જો મોટા મોટા કરા પડે તો they look like silver coins. And his excitement is turned towards sadness, and it turns out that the hailstorm is destroying the whole crop which he had been working for the whole year. Yes, because of the damage that had posted because of the hail and the storm, the next day when he goes to the field, what does he see? The corn is totally destroyed, the flowers are gone from the plants, and Lenko's soul was filled with sadness. He becomes so sad that he says to the son that a plague of locust मतलब कीड़ा आईने मारो खेतर खाई गया होत, that would have been better, but this hail has left nothing this year, and we will have no corn. and the whole night he spends, in sadness, and in, he knows that there is nothing that can help us. And when he is thinking in his heart, Lenko says that he had nothing in his life to support in the middle of nowhere. He lives in a secluded part of the country. He has his fields. वो अपने काम से काम रखता था, और he is a very pious person, right? And there was a single hope that he has, and that is only God. He can only have help from God. So he tells his son that don't be so upset, even though this seems like total loss. Remember, no one dies of hunger. So the whole night Lenko only thinks of God and his hope that he has, and he knows that God is present everywhere. He looks at everybody's he looks at everybody's hard work. He knows what everybody thinks. He knows what everybody wants, and he is having faith in God that he has also read his conscience. Conscious मतलब उसके मन में क्या चल रहा है वो भगवान को पता है. भले the rain has come, he does not lose faith in God. He kept praying to God, and then the following Sunday he starts writing a letter to God, right? And he says that I'll myself write this letter to God, and I'll carry it to the mail. So he sits down on the table and he starts to write a letter. You know what he writes? God, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field again and to live until the crop comes, because the hailstorm has destroyed everything. And since he was writing a letter to God, and since the damage posed a threat to the family survival, as their entire livelihood was dependent on the year's produce, right? So although he is disheartened, the family has a very deep faith in the God, and so when he writes a letter to God explaining the situation, and he goes to the mailbox, or he goes to the post office, and then he posts a letter, and on the cover he addresses to God. Fine. So he continues, the letter is noticed by the postmaster, and at first everybody laugh at it. લોકોને કેવું છે ને, એ લોકોને ખબર છે કે આ લેટર ગોડને નથી પહોંચવાનો. Then also they write a letter to God. First they are amused, but then they get motivated, and they say no, we must do something about this person. We must not let him lose his faith in God. So the postmaster opens the letter, reads it, and then when he comes to know that he has asked 100 pesos for his field, what does he do? He contributes from his salary and collects money from his colleagues and friends who willingly contribute for the act of charity, right? Everybody pitches in, but they could only collect 70 pesos, right? Even after asking from everyone, even after giving a part of the salary, they could only collect 70 pesos. Now what do? They wrap it in a cover. Again, the postmaster is a man of good conscience, and he does not want to become famous or something like that. He does not want to reveal what he has done, because he is a man of goodwill. So what does he do? He puts the money in the cover, and he writes to Lenko from God, so that his faith would be undeterred, and then he will have immense faith. His faith will become stronger in God, that I asked from God and God provided to me, right? So the next day, as usual, Mr. Lanko comes as if he is waiting for the letter. मैंने letter लिखा है, God को मुझे answer करना ही पड़ेगा. In that way he enters the post office and he says, do you have a letter for me? And they say, yes, we have a letter for you. And he is not at all surprised when he receives the letter from God. Nothing is seen on his face. And then he opens the letter. Then he counts the money. When he counts the money, there are only 70 pesos in it. And then suddenly the expression on his face changes, and he immediately goes up to the window and asks for a pen, paper and ink. And with much anger and sadness, he again starts to write. He writes a letter. He finishes the letter. He again goes to the window. He again buys a stamp, puts it on the cover, and he again posts the letter. Right. The moment the letter is put into the mailbox, the postmaster goes and then he again reads the letter. This time when the letter is read, the postmaster reads it. God, of the money that I asked, only 70 pesos reached me. And then he says, send me the money since I need it very much. But don't send it through mail, because the post office employees are a bunch of crooks. And then he signs his name, Lanko. See, he is conveying his disappointment and distrust in the employees of the post office, who he thought had stolen the remaining amount. See, many times we are like this. We think that मेरा ही हक है, गॉड को मैं जो पूछती हूँ मैं कहती हूँ वैसा ही होना चाहिए. But in reality, God works in many different ways. He motivates people to fulfill your needs, and instead of being thankful, we think that those are the person who have betrayed us. Right. So this is the end of the summary of the lesson.